at one point, I like didn't black out for a night. I blacked out for like a week. So I'm sitting here in Barstow just thinking, okay, I've won all this money in poker. I have a lot of money saved up now. I think I'm probably now at about $15,000 or $16,000. And instead of driving back to Orange County like I should have done and found an apartment and started my fraudulent accounting work again, I made a left and I go to Las Vegas.
So you just decide, in the middle of driving, you decide, fuck Orange County.
Thelma and Louise moment.
I'm going
because I had so much success playing poker when I was driving south.
You thought
I'm going to go to where the bigger games are.
I'm going to make a living off this.
Yeah, and I have enough capital now. I have enough bankroll to play poker in my mind what I thought would be professionally.
All right.
So I get to Vegas.
So how much money you got at this point?
About $15,000 or $16,000. And I'm hitting Vegas with all that. I have my SUV, my dog. So I'm while driving there, I'm looking on my phone, trying to find a place to live, and I should have found a better place to live because because I moved in with this single mom and her 13-year-old daughter, and I just rent a room from them. And I'm like, keep in mind, I have like 6 pounds of pot in my car.
Yeah.
And I tell them, like, I'm just here to do accounting work in Las Vegas, maybe gamble a little. I'm here for, I don't know how long.
It's like a room for rent?
Yeah, room for rent.
Okay.
Very cheap. And right off the bat, she lets me move in, and she asked me to borrow $1,000 because to catch up on stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I give her the $1,000,
Oh.
Yeah, and separate from the rent, you owe me that back. I'll pay my rent because it's only a few hundred every month, but I'll need that money back. And then I start playing in Vegas. I'm doing pretty well, playing a lot at the Golden Nugget and the Four Queens, and start drinking a little bit more.
Yeah, you're getting back into
because I'm still in the post-relationship thing where it's like, I know I'm good at poker, so I could drink while I play.
Right.
And I noticed that I start to drink all day, play poker all night, drink all night. I'm not really sleeping much. I pick up a little coke habit because I have to stay up to play. Yeah.
So you pick up coke.
I pick up coke.
Were you a coke head before this at all?
No. I just need something to play because I wanted to play at night. Whenever I had this idea that like if I hit the table. In an elevated sense, if I get myself up, I'm playing people that have been playing all day and are kind of tired at night. So I'm hitting the table all fresh from coke. And I'm playing people that have been drinking for a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to just take them for all their money because I'm all sped up. And, yeah.
Wow.
And I start dating this bartender. And she works at the California or something. And that's when my drinking problem hit to stride because she would I'd go in there when her shift started and she would just give me free drinks, but not here's a free whiskey and coke. Those touristy kind of
like the big
yard margarita,
the half yards
with the mixed drinks in them.
Yeah.
She would just fill it with straight whatever, and I would just take that on the strip and go sit at my game and drink on that and play cards. And then it got to the point where I was drinking so much that I started losing money because I got so,
out of it.
Yeah.
They want you that shitty.
Yeah, so I stopped playing poker because it's like, well, just fuck it, I'm going to drink more and just kind of live and, just hold on to my money. But then I started fucking buying a lot of coke to sell.
Yeah.
And then I ended up...
So you decide to sell coke.
I decided to sell coke to kind of, fuck poker for a while. I'm just going to sell coke and drink because that's what winners do. And then it got to the point where I couldn't not do it.
This out. You're kind of like a derelict version of Forrest Gump.
Sure.
It's like whatever's. I'll just do this now.
Yeah, I'm
but
like a shitty Jag. I'm self-destructive Jag. He becomes an expert in vice. Whatever it is, throw it at him, and he's ready to handle it.
Instead of shrimp, it was weed.
Yeah, it's my addictive person. Yeah.
It's like whatever it is.
Whatever it is, I'm there. So, so it got to the point where I started going through a lot of coke. And I started staying at really nice hotels because I moved out of that place. What
do you mean going through? Selling or
going through it myself?
Going through your nose.
Yeah, it just basically I made a certain amount of friends there, and I would just I would go get the most expensive hotel room I could find, stay there for a week, and have them over and just do coke and drink and other
and party
just in a way that was very irresponsible of me.
No.
You have
Yeah.
yet to hear a single responsible action
Yeah.
Yeah.
in any of these.
Oh, it won't come for a while either because it gets really bad. It gets to the point where
Oh, it's not bad.
No, this is
well, the
This
part
is the high life.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
this is the
so
beautiful.
I'll fast
glory
forward
days.
all the partying, to the point where my money starts to dwindle.
Well, I want to know what's the biggest, most extravagant kind of thing
How do
you
you
did.
have any money left?
Right.
Well, because for a while,
had 15
For
grand.
the while, the coke sales and poker were keeping me afloat. When I first started selling the coke, there was no shortage of people that wanted to buy it, so I was able to keep doing the thing. Several months of this
Okay.
activity.
All right.
Right.
When you stopped selling, how quickly did these friends disappear?
Oh, almost instantly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was that guy. Like I don't
man.
even know his name, but he lets me stay over every night, and he has a lot of money. So let's just crash with this guy. And yeah, they were gone when that happened. So it gets to the point where I'll just flash forward to the bad times.
Yeah.
I probably have $1,000 left.
Are you panicking at all at this point?
No, because I was in the mindset. Well, that $1,000, that's just a couple nights of clear-headed poker playing.
Right.
And
I'll make it back.
Yeah, I could bounce back. But then at that point, my drinking was so out of control that that money went fast. That last $1,000 because I was drinking so much and living in a $125 a week hotel, close to Fremont Street.
Right.
That last bit, I don't even remember. Here's what happened: I had $1,000 left, and I was drinking so excessively, and still doing the coke that I had left. That at one point, I didn't black out for a night. I blacked out for like a week, and when I woke up, I was on the front porch. I guess somebody had said a cab had taken me, and I don't know how that cab had taken me. If somebody had paid for it or I paid for it, they took me to the Las Vegas rescue mission. I woke up on the front steps of a homeless shelter.
Jesus Christ.
Apparently, I had been walking around drunk for so long during the day, which isn't good, that a lot of my skin had burnt. And like I had a major sunburn. Just I was like peeling, and I looked like fucking the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
And I spent the next 30 days basically in a homeless shelter.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Yeah. And I had a month hangover. Like that whole month, like I was doing. It was.
Did you stop at this point?
Oh, yeah,
Were you like,
that's-
fuck this. This is too much.
Yeah, that was like for that 30 days, I was pretty much just detoxing and
God,
sleeping
man.
in a giant bunk with like 75 homeless people and having to take group showers and going to church every day and then
Really?
wanting them to get me on a yearly Alcoholics Anonymous program.
Are they? You stay clean this time at the homeless shelter? Or?
Well, for the first week, yes. And for the halfway through the second week, they had this thing where during the day, I had my own hours where they would let me out and I can come back in the evening.
yeah.
So I kind of I needed money, so I found myself like hanging out with the Las Vegas homeless community.
Yeah.
And we would do stuff like a few nights like I almost got kicked out of the place. I didn't come back for a while. Like I just didn't show up for a few days, and then that's when I went. I found out through the homeless community that underneath Vegas there's about 300 miles of storm drains.
Yeah. There's a
that
community,
sometimes flood.
right?
Yeah, and a lot of people live down there. So I kind of started hanging out with. And it's weird. Here's the weirdest
I
story
heard
have.
about these. There's a
It's thing.
documentary.
There's a
on these
documentary.
people.
Robbie K sent me that link. Look it up. So
What the fuck?
the weirdest thing I seen is they took me down. I met this like nice married couple. They live underground together.
They invented a religion down there.
They were
Grand
nice,
King.
thoughtful people. They just lived underground.
Was there a lot of like drug use down there and stuff? Like what?
No, this is completely sane.
Well, I want to know if it's like
It's
homeless.
like a suburb.
I don't know if it's homeless people like that are like schizophrenic a little bit, or
Get those drugs out of our sewers.
It's like I can't even let my kid play in the sewage without worrying.
Yeah, there was a certain amount of drug use and
There's some underground games down there.
Vegas will not. They're still going to put the slots down there.
The most impressive thing I'd ever seen was a couple had a shower underground. They had taken an office water cooler that runs hot and cold water, and basically constructed that and hung it.
Oh my god!
And had hot and cold water running out of this thing.
Weird.
Yeah. So that was interesting.
Damn.
A brief glimpse into like post-apocalyptic life.
A little bit.
It reminds me of Fallout. The game Fallout.
Vegas,
Yeah, Fallout Vegas. So okay, so did you start living down there?
A few nights I stayed down there. I didn't live down there, but I just crashed out a few nights.
What is some weird, crazy shit that goes on? Like, it's just, is there like I'm trying to think. So you say it's like a drainage system. So are there little aqueducts or something for rooms or like?
Yeah, you'll get to areas where it's like, it'll be real sketchy because it'll be all like compact and close quarters. And you're going and they'll be like, wait a second, we'll get through this. And you open up and it's just this large room with multiple people living down there with constructions they built themselves, like little cubby holes.
Where are people shitting and pissing?
That's an interesting thing. I found the areas where they pooped and was not pleased. I was not pleased.
Really?
Yeah. Like clearly like, oh, this is okay.
So was it just like a room dedicated to it?
Yeah, usually you'll go off in this certain area and there'll just be this little, I can't even know what to call it, just this little space where it would, like an entrenchment or something.
Yeah.
Wait, what are the entrances to this place? How'd you get in?
Yeah. It's like the Ninja Turtles. You got to pop open a manhole and just.
Yeah, that's how one guy showed me. It was a knowledge. Like there's knowledge of where to go in and where not to go in because some areas still flash flood.
Right.
So there's areas where you don't go, and there's areas where.
I just imagine like a tidal wave of homeless people. Like,
and it was confirmed in the documentary. But I was talking to people where like they'd be sleeping one night and then you hear it. And you have very little time to react, and it's basically the kind of thing where you get up and go, and all your stuff's gone.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching our video. I appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, make sure you click the thumbs up button down below, or you subscribe because we got new videos coming every Tuesday and Thursday. If you ask a question in the comments section, we may answer it on the air, and if you want to listen to the full episode, it's in the description below. Thanks again, and here's some videos you guys might like.